got it all worked out. You suddenly wonder what it's all about. That's love. Oh, that's love. That's love. It's when you think you're on solid ground. Just a word and you're upside down. That's love. Oh, that's love. That's love. That's love.
Good night, Patsy.
Good night, Laurel.
Thank you for a wonderful evening. And don't worry, I never steal other women's men. Borrow them occasionally.
So, that's the elderly widow you have to go to the West Indies with next week. She only wants you on a short lease.
She's not completely different to the one who came last week. Honestly.
In all my life.
Dear, she'd have you for breakfast and blow you out in little bubbles.
You wish.
What, and think of worse fates?
The way you behave. I come round here and I get tongue-handed. Let me, suburban.
Let's shout at each other in the sitting room. At least leave the children out of this.
It's got a skirt on and it's under 60. It's down there in my own.
Hearing it. Always the same. Lecturing
That was the most humiliating evening I've ever spent.
What?
I didn't enjoy being lobbed backwards and forwards between you and Laurel as though I was the last bit of rhubarb tart at some genteel lady's lunch party.
Did you lob a rhubarb tart?
He's yours. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. Oh, well, just one more little mouthful before I whoops him on.
Bring something with you.
Is there such a thing as my free will in all this?
What's he talking about?
He's just upset because she fancied me more.
Oh, hello, Margaret.
I just want to go to bed.
If I am going to sleep with some other woman, could I choose her, please, instead of you and Amanda doing it for me? Hello, Margaret.
Hello.
She's up late.
Every woman you meet is mad for your body.
Can I help it if they are?
Oh, listen to him. I don't believe it. Mr. Irresistible, isn't he, Margaret? Can I?
You wouldn't like it if I looked like old gerbil features in there.
Can I? You should be so lucky.
That Laurel, she took one look at me and zonk. That was it.
Poor woman.
Doesn't mean I'm going to do anything about it, though, does it?
Oh, don't tell her that. She'll slit her wrists.
That woman here, I didn't.
I asked her because you lied about her.
No, I didn't.
Fancy saying she wasn't attractive when you first met her.
She was dressed differently then. I won't go to the West Indies with her.
Oh, God, now he's going to do something silly.
You covered up.
You can trust Donald anywhere, Patsy. He's hopeless. He couldn't cover up a black pudding with a tarpaulin. He'd leave something sticking out.
What happened to do as you like, but don't tell me?
What?
Last year, you said, if ever you want to be unfaithful, do as you like, but don't tell me.
Have you been doing something?
No.
Well, why bring it up then?
Because that's what you said.
I can't have meant it.
Oh, give me strength.
You never said that to me.
I've never needed to, have I, you sod?
No, but it would have been a nice gesture.
Gary!
Listen, calm down, everybody. It's all that woman's fault. She's obviously poisoned.
She's a femme fatale. That's what she is.
Thanks for enlightening us.
She flirted with me a bit.
A bit?
You?
What?
What makes you think she fancied you?
Wasn't it obvious?
Oh, this is egomania gone mad.
You think she didn't fancy me?
Well, she might have done when she met you in your grotty chambers. Look at the competition. You were probably the only one under 80.
She said it was Donald who fancied her.
What?
She said you trembled like a thoroughbred when you first met her.
Me? Trembled?
She said it was just as well she didn't pat you. You fancied her rotten was her vivid phrase.
Well, I mean, can you think of any phrase more designed to get you going? I mean, she is precisely the reason why I feel guilty in the first place. She makes me guilty just looking at her.
Yeah, I'll say.
So you immediately agreed to go to the West Indies with her, of course.
That's work. I can't help that, Pat. Oh, come on. She's not my type.
Precisely the phrase she used about you.
There you are, you see. What did I tell you?
shut up, Gary. We'll discuss your fan club later.
Anyway, what is your type?
Well, this could go round in a circle forever, couldn't it? I'm off to bed. Good night, all.
Donald?
Oh, don't worry, Patsy. Donald hasn't got a type. He's hooked on you.
Till now.
Forever. Don't worry, he's hopeless. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on him for you.
Oh, thanks. You're just the man. You can let go now, Gary. Feel better, thanks.
Oh, Donald. Don't do it, Donald.
What?
I know she's outrageously attractive, but when you wake up the next morning, you'd be terribly, terribly sorry.
Would I?
I know. I'm a woman of the world.
Ah.
Good night. You sweet, sweet man.
Patsy? I know. Let's have a bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was an awful squabble between Giant Belly Bulge and his wife, Mrs. Oops, sorry, they weren't really married. Between Giant Belly Bulge and his long-time living lover lady friend, Judy Spallsoff. Now one day, Judy's Ballsoff got very, very upset because Giant Belly Bulge had met a very pretty lady. Only she wasn't really a pretty lady at all. She was a witch in disguise. And her name was Laurel Loves It. Now, Judith Ballsoff was convinced that Giant Belly Bulge was planning a bit of jiggery pokery, mainly pokery, with... One night she went to bed in an absolute fury and tried to stop the tears of self-pity from rolling down her cheeks.
I was fascinated by her in spite of myself.
She's a fascinating woman. But I know I'd be sorry in the morning.
What?
Amanda's in-depth analysis of how I'd feel.
Was it right?
Depends whether you stayed the night with her or not, I'd say. All that war paint and glitz, what would she look like once you got it all off?
Lovely, I should think.
Young and firm like you.
I won't always be.
Neither will I, so what?
Anyway, I look frightful in the mornings.
Not to me.
I should hope not. You look worse. Perhaps that's why she only threatened to borrow you. She's heard what you look like in the mornings.
Let's go to sleep.
Okay.
So, she only wants me on a short lease, does she?
She said she'd hand you back in one piece. Bloody cheek.
The great white shark circled Giant Belly Bulge's floating body. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Giant Belly Bulge quivered with terror. Ooh-ah, he wailed. Ooh-ah. Then the great white shark stopped in amazement. Eh? What?
He's gone to the loo. Biggie.
Why the whispering?
He's shy of Margaret because she's new.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, Margaret.
He's getting over it.
You'll keep us posted, will you?
Okay.
I'll get it.
Zoe, Daddy was telling you a story.
Is it compulsory?
What?
No.
You and Matthew asked Daddy for the story.
Well, Matthew's in the loo and I'm too old for giant belly bulge now. He's childish. Sorry, Daddy.
You weren't too old a few minutes ago when you asked for the story.
She's growing fast.
I can listen while I read.
You'll get confused.
No, Zoe can absorb two things simultaneously, can't you, Zoe?
What's absorb?
Take in.
Yes.
You're all right with simultaneously, are you?
At the same time.
Who's the book by? Wittgenstein?
Thorogood.
Oh, yes, of course. What's it called?
Susan joins the ballet.
Ah. When does he join the atomic research establishment?
Good.
Wow, look at those.
There was a special delivery, a young man in a hat. Aren't they lovely?
Baby.
Have you got an admirer?
My God, she's prompt. Trust her.
Who's that?
Your lady friend, the glamorous widow Twanky.
Aren't they lovely flowers, Zoe? Look.
Lovely flowers.
I'll go out and look out some old things for Matthews and Susan in time for the water torture.
Oh, God, it's water torture morning. I forgot. I thought he was shy of you.
Only before, not after.
You see, that's right. I mean, he doesn't mind me wiping his bottom. It's just, doing it that's private for him.
British to the core, eh?
I'll go and get him ready for the water torture then. Oh, Tommy! Oh, look, you too, Zoe. It's time to get ready.
I'm gonna soak you this time, Daddy. And Granny.
Some hopes. What'd she say?
Darling Patsy, bracket, and Donald, of course, close bracket, the cow.
You shouldn't say cow, Mummy. You told me.
There can be exceptions.
You mustn't confuse her, dearest.
Thank you for an absolutely spiffing evening. Ugh. Your scrumptious food, a glimpse of your charming children properly asleep, lovely, hunky male company in the person of Gary, bracket, and Donald, of course, close bracket, the cow, same exception, Zoe, and most of all, a tour of your beautiful home, of which more later. Can't wait to return your immaculate hospitality, she'll be lucky. Affectionately, Laurel Manasotti, kiss, kiss, kiss.
You read that beautifully. Completely without hatred.
This card is a thinly coded declaration of war. The only important bits are in the bracket.
What were they?
And Donald, of course, twice. There's no of course about it.
Yeah, I can't wait for her to return your, I'm only in brackets, immaculate hospitality. It'll be another spiffing evening of unarmed combat.
Well, when she does, I'm not going. You can if you like.
Oh, tar! Without you.
You're going to the West Indies with or without me, aren't you?
Look, that is business, not funny business.
I'm going to shut her out completely. She's not safe.
Just because she's rich, clever, sexy, I don't understand you, Patsy.
Oh, so she's sexy now.
All right. Consider her shut out. That'll be Grandma and Grandad. It's water torture time, Zoe. We don't say hello to them with our nose in a book. Go on.
And what is all this about your beautiful home, of which more later? If it's so beautiful, why is she planning to wreck it?
I think she meant the decor, not the loving couple in it. She mentioned it last night. She's going to offer you a job.
I thought we just planned to shut her out.
Socially, this is work. For you.
I don't want to work for her, or eat with her, or socialise, or anything at all, ever.
Oh, get off the fence, Patsy.
For God's sake, let's at least keep Mother out of this. I should never have asked that trollop here in the first place, and I won't again. And as for working with her, it's just asking for trouble. No, thank you.
What's just asking for trouble, Patsy?
Oh, no.
This is long enough. Whoops. Okay, Matthew. Ready for the water torture. And
Oh, the water torture. Oh, dear.
But surely Daddy and I must come to your wedding.
It's either no one or everyone, Mother. Which do you prefer?
Oh, no. We don't want to make a song and dance about it, do we? After 8 years. You do it your way, nice and quietly on Tuesday.
Thank you.
And then he's straight off to the West Indies, is he?
Yes.
Business? That must be infuriating for you.
I don't mind in the least.
You look it. Walking about with a face like a smacked bottom. And what's this job of yours?
What job?
The one you were talking about as I came in, the one you won't do.
Oh, that is nothing.
Working for her is just asking for trouble?
The woman who's offering the job would interfere. Spoil my designs.
Getting a bit purist, aren't we?
And there's no money in it.
Oh, well. She's the one you had to dinner last night, is she?
What?
As I was coming in, you said, I don't want that trollop here again.
I don't think so.
That cow. Mummy said she's an exception.
Who is? Zoe, go and get changed, otherwise there won't be any water torture for you.
Okay.
Who is a cow, Zoe?
She's called Signora Manasotti. She's a frightful, butch old Italian widow.
Oh, I see.
She's the one Daddy's going to the West Indies with next week.
Zoe, come on, we're ready.
Right. Now then.
We're ready again. Thank you, Victor. Thank you very much, Victor.
Joining in the game, Babs?
I got the wrong shoes on, Donald, darling.
Spare wellies by the door. As usual.
Oh, nice card. Lovely taste.
Yes. Special jigsaw design. I told Patsy you'd manage it.
Who's it from? Anyone I know?
Nope.
A friend of Patsy's?
Yeah.
But you're going to the West Indies with her next week.
I told you that.
Zoe.
So she can read and listen simultaneously. Good old Zoe.
Here we go again.
That's my boy, Matthew. That's it. Come on. I'll try and get Zoe this time. There she is.
Here we go.
I'll get Matthew. I'll get
Lord
Matthew.
has to go to the West Indies, Mother. Of course he does.
With another woman.
An elderly widow with a moustache.
How elderly?
We trust each other.
Oh, I think it's very fishy.
My God. Your rubbish tip of an imagination has at last spontaneously combusted.
Then what are these doing in the bin?
Oh, Mummy! Come on!
All right, Zoe, it's your turn.
Good morning.
Yes?
My name is Laurel Manasotti.
God. Tell me it's a nightmare.
No, no milk, cream, sugar, nothing, thank you.
Victor?
I'll have a large brandy in mine, thank you.
One lump there.
Why don't they take their clothes off to play that mad game?
Oh, it's not supposed to be fun unless they all get so fully clothed.
How extraordinary.
Victor and I are allowed to get merely damp.
Hello again, Laurel. What a surprise. Patty's just coming.
Don't you look nice, all scrubbed and tousled?
Ah, coffee. Lovely.
I'll get some biscuits.
Like an edible little schoolboy.
Patsy's just coming. Lovely flowers you sent. Thanks. I'll just go and get some more biscuits.
Excuse me, Mother.
Scarcely noticed the moustache.
One cup of coffee, then she's out. And the first chance she gives me, I'm going to have a flaming row with her.
You know, I think these flowers might be all right.
Might they? So, Laurel, what can we do for you? Business, you said?
Yes, these.
Any biscuits?
When Giuseppe's death released a large amount of capital, I decided to live in my dream house. This.
It's wonderful. Where is it?
Hampshire, just off the M3. A Georgian manor house set in 150 acres of park and farmland. It was on the market at an horrific price, but I can afford it, so I did. It's a wreck inside, but I have exactly the builders I want to do the work beautifully. And you, Patsy, are the one designer I want to transform the interior, in conjunction with me, of course. Money will be very little object by the time Donald has sorted out my trust affairs in the Cayman Islands. There. Of course, it'll mean our seeing a great deal more of each other, but then we'll enjoy that, won't we, Patsy? Between you both, you'll be looking after all my needs.
Coming up next tonight, comedy drama with the exceedingly mysterious Beiderbecke affair. And while Hobson is in trouble, Jill finds herself being taken out to dinner. Join us for that after the break.